I'm going to wait for you guys to come back. I had a little technical difficulties. Okay, so I'm going to sit here and wait for those that was here for Feel Good Friday to come back. I don't know what is going on right now. We got a little storm going on, so that could be the problem. So waiting for you guys to come back. Welcome to Feel Good Friday. I see one in the chat. I am sorry, guys. I had a little bit of a problem. My whole computer froze up. We have a storm that's happening right now. So if my system shuts down, I'm sorry. But we're going to try to do this again. I really hate that. I really hate that that happened. So hopefully people will come back. I see 3 in the house. Welcome to Feel Good Friday, guys. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Had some technical difficulties. Let me see. Let me get my chat up here. Hi, Lori. Thank you for coming back. I don't know if you was in the first attempt, but I had some technical difficulties. Everything froze up. There's a storm going on here. It's been raining on and off since I got off from work. And so I had to shut that one down. I couldn't do anything with it. Hey, TL. So people are coming back. So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes. So tonight, y'all see look at the ticker at the bottom. What we're going to be talking about tonight is what women want over 50. So hopefully we'll get a good group in here today and we'll be able to chat. Happy Friday to you all as well. It has been a day, guys. It's been a day. While we wait for people to come into the room, I see 4 in the chat currently. So when you come in, if you would do me a favor, and either drop a comment, give me a thumbs up, help me to get this stream out. I had started a stream and guys, it's crazy. I couldn't do anything, so I'm sorry. But anyway, we're going to get this started in just a few minutes. But guys, my day has been crazy. I hope you guys have had a good week. I am on a committee with my class reunion and our president quit today. And she posted that on our Facebook page group. And it's just been crazy. It has been crazy. So it's just life. But yeah, I've had a crazy day, but we're going to have a good time tonight. We're going to talk about some things. I have taken my notes on the things that I'm going to share. Hope you guys got some things you want to share. I see 2 in the house currently. So yeah, let's get started. So I wanted to talk about this because yes, ma'am, honey. Oh no, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. But you know what? We're going to try to continue on with it. And, it's next year. We're going to try to continue on with it. But I mean, to do it that way to me, I thought was just very, very immature because of a disagreement. I mean, but I had always said that I was not going to be on any more committees. I was on the 20-year and the 10-year. I don't know what that beeping sound is. I was on the 20 and the 10-year reunion. And after those 2, I said I wasn't going to do it no more. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, let's get started. What women want over 50. And I want you guys to share if you want to. You don't have to get too deep. But, I know a lot of times these conversations can generate thoughts that we're going in another direction that we're not going. But, if that's where you want to go, that's where you want to go. But I want to share some of the things that I, being a woman well over 50 now, what I want. And one of the main things I talked about was my health. I want good health. Good health. That is so important to me. Maintaining my good health, eating healthy, having a healthy lifestyle. I have been more focused on that since I would say around 55. I got really, really committed to doing that. I've been like changing up my diet for the last, 15, maybe 20 years now. But within the last, I say 7, 8 years, I have really been committed to doing better. So say hello, guys. I see 4 in the house. Thank you all for tuning in today for Feel Good Friday. Did you bring a beverage? I had to bring a beverage. This is sangria. I had to get me a beverage tonight. So my health is very, very important. That is what I'm focusing on. That's one of my top priorities is making sure that I'm healthy and being more mindful of what I put in this body, being more mindful of what I put in this mind, being more mindful of just being fit, doing things that will encourage fitness. Even when I don't feel like it, I get up in the morning and I do my little exercise. I do have like a 15, 20-minute routine that I do in the mornings after I get up, and I'm being committed. Sometimes I get up and I'm like, man, I forgot. And then I'll go back and do it. So it's just very, very important because, realizing that we are at a different age now and that it's going to take a little bit more work, whereas you could get by with it when you were younger and not do a lot. But now that we have gotten older, it's very, very important that we pay more attention to that. Number 2, I got mindfulness, taking time to sit still, be present in the moment. It was a time when I would go and do things, and everything I did, I had to have my phone capturing everything. Now let me just say this. It's important for me to capture the things that I enjoy because I want those memories that I can look back on later in life. But sometimes it's important that you be in the moment, being more mindful of being in the moment. Hello, Samira. Lovely. Samira is in the house. Welcome to Feel Good Friday. Thank you for tuning in. I had some technical difficulties at the first one attempt because it's been raining. We got some storms that are coming through tonight and tomorrow. And I think it just froze up my system. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get you guys off the screen. So I had to restart the stream over. So this is a totally different stream. But we're going to roll with it. Anyway, we're going to roll with it anyway. But anyway, I was talking about my things that I want over 50. Being more mindful, to be still, to rest, be present in the moment of the things that I do when I go places, when I go out, when I'm spending time with my friends or family, to really be caught up in that moment and enjoying that time. When we're younger, I think it's all about this because we see our kids, our younger, the younger generations doing this with their phones all the time. I think somebody's texting me, but I cannot respond. If you're on the chat, chat in the chat box. I cannot talk to you right now. Get in the chat. So yeah, being mindful of that. Also, being more confident. I think I found my confidence. It really found my confidence when I got closer to 60. And not that I'm not saying that I was ever not confident. I think when I was young, I did lack confidence in myself. But when I got a little bit into my 50s, I started being more aware of myself and being happy with myself and not comparing myself and not worried about whether or not someone else approved of me or liked me or any of that. That is so me now. It really doesn't matter to me. I look at life like, I've been through a lot. I've shared a lot. And, I've been through a lot of experiences and been through a lot of hard times and had some wonderful times as well. I want to make it seem like the only thing I've been through is bad. But all of those experiences got me to a place in my life where I am okay with where I landed and who I am. Hello, bestie. My girlfriend just came in the house. Hello. Welcome to Feel Good Friday. Cheryl is in the house. Thank you for tuning in, sister. I know you probably joined me on the first one, but guys, it shut down on me. I have 6 in the house. And let's see what Samira is saying. She says, yes, I am. Yeah, I am. It's great up in the generation when I played around with my friends all night without phones. Yes, absolutely. When we were younger, in the generation without the technology, we were in the moment. We enjoyed being out. We enjoyed laughing and actually sitting with people and talking to them face to face. It wasn't, we might have done the phones, but the texting and all of that. And I'm not saying that we should do away with that because it's needed. It's very much needed. But I think it's important that you be in the moment of things and being able to sit in front of people and see their smiles and expressions and touch people. That's important. That is really, really important. Welcome to Feel Good Friday, Beverly. Thank you for tuning in tonight. So tonight, if y'all look at the ticker, we're talking about what women want over 50. I want you guys to chime in and tell me some of the things that you want, where you are, the space that you're in right now. What are some of the things that you want now that you are at this mature age where you are feeling good about yourself, you're confident? And then I'm not going to say everybody is. Everybody may not be in this space right now. But hopefully by us sharing this information and how we feel about ourselves and we think about ourselves, more women will get here. to say it's okay to be you and be unique, be different, whatever it may be. So yeah, let me see what my bestie is saying. She said, yes, I wondered what happened. I'm here, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was a whole thing. It's storming here, Cheryl. So I think it just shut down everything. So if I lose power, if the system go off, I'll catch y'all on the next one. But I'm hopefully we'll stay up right now. So I was talking about my things that I feel that I want over 50. And I think I have gained the confidence, but to be confident is very, very important now. And to be able to just show up authentically every day, which is my next one. Authenticity. Being with people, having authentic friendships and relationships, whether it's with a partner or with my friends. I do not have time for the frenemies. I don't. And that exists. It exists so much. The people who are pretending to really like you, there are friends that will be around you and spend time with you, but actually really don't like you. Either they're jealous of you, they resent you for something, but they will come around. It's just like on social media. You have people that follow you and you know they don't like you, right? But they will not delete you for whatever reason. And Samira sent hello to everybody. And Beverly said, no longer comparing myself to others. That is very, very important. And I think a lot of us didn't do that until later. We didn't do that later. We did it when we were younger. And I definitely don't do it now. I definitely don't do it now. Having authentic friendships and relationships, whether you have a partner, a spouse, being real, being totally real, not afraid to share your thoughts, not afraid to be who you are 100% of the time. And sometimes it may come with people disagreeing with you, not liking what you have to say, but I think it's important that you be honest and open and say what is real and true, because people that really love you are going to respect you. Now, it is the delivery. Sometimes I think we have to be mindful of the way we share things, the things that we say when we're upset or when we're disappointed or when we feel like we want to help our friends or our family or loved ones. How you say those things is very, very important. And my bestie said, I think more days with peace. I finally spent yesterday for the first time, spending the whole day living the moment. I mean, all day, and it felt so good. And if you have never done that, try to do that. Now, the first time, I'll be honest with y'all, the first time I did, it felt weird as crap. Turning off all the devices, TV, radio, phone, and just being caught up in whatever you're doing, whether you're outside sitting and watching, the sunset or on your back porch, or you're taking a walk. A lot of times when we're doing those things, we still have our devices and we're looking and checking and all of that. But try that. That is one of the most, I would say, liberating feelings, to be able to say, I spent this time actually focusing on myself and whatever that means for you. I did that on my birthday. Now, I did share my a lot of things with my birthday, but the times off the camera was about me and journaling in my journal and reading my Bible and prayer time and meditation and just writing down my thoughts of what I wanted to do for this next, year coming up, being grateful for that year I had. And Samira said, that is so true. TL said, I turned 50 and I realized the importance of being with people who are kind and funny and who enjoy simple things like being in nature, long walks, cooking a good meal. Oh my God, those are all wonderful. And I think when you get older and you have friends who are like-minded and who enjoy those things, it is so beautiful. Me and my girlfriend, Cheryl, the one that's on here, one day, one of our trips, we went to the beach. And when we came in that evening, we had tea. We sat and we talked and had tea. And that was a beautiful moment. It was really a beautiful moment. Lori said, yes, being at peace, living in peace is my number one priority. That's down on my list too. And Samira said, I'm normally listening to music when I walk because that is how I tune into myself. That's good. That's a good thing, because on my Saturday mornings, I have a routine now. When I get up and I do my stretching and I have coffee. Coffee is my Saturday morning thing. I come in my living room. I might light a candle. I love it when it's like still dark a little bit. The sun is just coming up, and I turn on my music and I sit back on the sofa and I just sit. That is one of the most beautiful moments that I've been enjoying here for the last maybe 2 months. Just actually being in that moment, not answering the phone, none of that, just sitting and just enjoying the music, the sounds. It's beautiful. Cheryl said, I totally agree, sis, in hearing the voices of loved ones versus sending text messages. Calling people makes them feel loved. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I said authenticity. Now the next one is freedom. I want freedom to live my life on my terms, whatever that may look like. Whatever that may look like. I don't want nobody telling me I can't do something. If I say that I want to, and I hate when people do that. When I'm talking to people and I say, hey, I'm just going to take a sabbatical. I'm going to take me a month, 2 months, 3 months, and I'm going to just go somewhere. And people call that foolish. Oh, girl, you don't need to do that. You know, this is me. It's my life. And I want the freedom to be able to choose to do. It don't have to be yours. You might think it's outrageous. It may not be something you ever consider doing. But don't shoot it down because that's what I want to do. So I want the freedom to be able to say, I want to do these things. I don't want my family telling me it's stupid, you know. So that's why you can't always share things. But just the freedom to be able to live my life. I don't care what's going on in this climate back here. I don't care about the politics, you know, the presidential race, none of that stuff. I want freedom to live my life. I've earned that. I've worked hard. And if I decide that I just want to take off, sell everything and go wherever I want to go, that's my business. And I'm working toward that. That's why I do things now. I don't care if it look like anything nobody else do, because it's my life and I'm doing what I want to do. TL said, texting is cool and technology is great, but nothing beats in person or at least talk on the phone. Human connection is important. It is. And we have gotten so far away from human connection. I have this guy that's interested in me, guys. He don't watch my vlog, so he ain't seeing none of this. And I promise you, this man texts me all day long. You hear me? And I said, can I just talk to you? I don't want to text. I do not want to have a 2-hour texting session. I mean, you cannot really know what somebody's expressing through text messages, you know, because sometimes you can take it wrong and they have to come back and say, oh, I didn't mean it that way. I'm not upset. You read it wrong. But, you know, hearing that voice, the tone, or actually being in person with that person and being able to see the expression and interact with them is so beautiful. Cheryl said, yes. And also freedom is a blessing, an accomplished bucket list and creating memories. Absolutely. Beverly said, I hate when people try to discourage you from doing something they could never do. Oh, can we say that again for the people in the back? When people find something unattainable, they will try to shoot it down because they're going to call it dumb or stupid because they could never do it. Or they won't support you in it because they're afraid to do it. And that's wrong. Laura said, yes, freedom. I think we all on that same page right there. Samara says, sometimes you don't have to tell everything, just go. I always just take short trips to give myself a break. You know what? And I'm learning that because it was a time when I would share with my family, you know, my dreams, my plans and things of that nature. But I know now that I can't always, because they don't understand it. Because, and I understand sometimes it's about them being concerned about safety and things like that. You're supposed to be. But when people try to tell me I can't do something or, oh, you don't need to be doing that, you're this age, you know, that really upsets me. So sometimes, like Samira said, you don't have to tell everything. Just go. Just do it. Absolutely. And TL is laughing. I don't know what you're laughing at, TL, but yeah. And Samira said, I hate it. And Beverly said, I can't do the text conversation. Girl. Now, it's not that I can't text. I'm a great texter. Trust me, I have 8 in the house. Thank you for coming in tonight. I'm a great texter. I'm not slow or any of that. I just don't desire that. As I think Cheryl said, human connection, or Samira, or one of you guys said that, or TL, one of y'all said that. Human connection, you cannot beat that. I don't care what new innovative way they come out with to communicate. It will never trump being involved with somebody in person, sitting with that person, actually interacting with it. Now, I think it's good in situations where you can't. If you across the world, it's great. It's a great way to do that. But if you can be with someone, be in person with that person, and interact with that person, that is the best thing to do. And TL says, your guy friend shy or not a good communicator? Oh, no, he's not shy at all. He just into the whole texting thing. And I mean, he can have, I mean, he'll text a whole paragraph, girl. He be texting like books. And I'm sitting there like, am I supposed to read all this? And then I'll usually text. I'll do it for, I might entertain it for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, which is really too long. And then I'll say, hey, I'm going to have to call you later, you know, because I can't do it. After that time, I'm just tired. I don't want to do it anymore at that point. And Samira said, the texting I love, the texting I love talking on the phone. Yes, I do too. I like talking on the phone because like I said, you know, at least you are able to hear the person's voice. You can hear the tone. You can get an idea of what they're thinking and what they're feeling. I have 9 in the house. Welcome to Feel Good Friday. Y'all got a beverage? I have sangria here. I need this today because my day has been crazy. And TL is still laughing. Hello, welcome in to Be True. Thank you all for tuning in to Feel Good Friday tonight. So we're talking about what women want over 50. All right. So I am up to freedom. And my next one, let's see what Beverly said before I go on to my next one. She said, yes, I want to hear your voice. When it comes to texting, I have a short attention span. Girl, let me tell you, sometimes I've fallen asleep before, you know, on the phone, somebody texted me and I wake up in the phone, like laying on my chest and I'm like, oh my God. Cause you know, I just don't want to do it. I just don't, I'm sorry. I just don't, not all the time. I enjoy texting now because my children are avid texters. They do. That's how they communicate, but it's short messages, which I can deal with. But if it's going to be an hour conversation, even a 30-minute conversation, pick up the phone. What's the problem? And Cheryl said, we can't take things with us at the end of this journey. Like the song, Live for Now, Not Tomorrow. One of my favorite songs. I think that's the title by Janet Jackson. Absolutely. I love that. That's beautiful. All right. The next one I had was developing a gratitude practice. So something that I do every day is talk about the things that I'm grateful for, because you know why? I was an avid complainer. You know, if I get up and, oh my God, I don't feel like going to this job. I don't want, you know, and I think that sets the tone of your day. If you're always, you know, complaining about what you got going on that day, what you know, looking forward to that day. And that can actually shift your mind, because when you speak things into existence by speaking them with words, this is listening, this brain, and it's going to set you up for that. And you're going to be looking for everything that could go wrong. So one of the things I do is I'll tell myself in the morning, even if I don't fully believe it, it's going to be a good day. Sometimes it do go left, but I say it's going to be a good day. And when I'm riding in, when I'm driving in, that is my time where I kind of sit and I kind of talk to myself. I talk out loud too. And I'll just be talking to myself and I'll talk about, you know, what I hope this day's going to bring. It's going to bring, and I'll say, you know, good things like it's going to be a good day. You know, I'm going to smile. I'm going to say hello to this person that don't really speak to me. You know, I'll say certain things like that, and then I just talk about what I'm grateful for. I ask God to, you know, I tell him I'm just grateful for this day. When I see that sun in the sky, I'll just talk about what I'm grateful for. And it always makes me feel better when I do that. And To Be True say, hello, ladies. She's talking to everybody in the room. Hi, welcome in. We have 8 in the house right now. And Cheryl said, we can't take things with us at the end of this journey. Okay, I think I've already seen that one. Sorry. Okay, that's such a good practice. When you stay in practice, sometimes live gets you off balance. Life gets you off balance is what she meant. Sometimes life will get you off balance. Sometimes it will. All right, the next one I have is what everybody was saying is peace. In all areas of my life, to live in minding my business. I mind my business. I don't want to be involved in no drama. Even if it's, I mean, not even pertaining to me. I don't want to hear it. Don't bring it to me. And sometimes I have to tell people that, and I try to do it and deliver it in a way that is, you know, not harsh. I try to come out and say, look, you know, girl, I got a lot going on right now. And I'm just trying to, work out my life right now, and I just can't. I don't have the room for this, because people will bring you drama from other things. They'll want to share with you stuff that's going on in the world, and around them and their lives and whatever, or either something that somebody done said. And I don't want to live in that. I don't want to live dealing with other people's drama. I have a peaceful life now because I found out that things affected my health. So I had to learn how to cut that out. Sometimes it's hard to tell people that you don't want to deal with certain things, but I had to learn how to do that. And you guys are speaking to each other. And Cheryl said, life gets you off. And you guys are talking to one another. So yeah, living in peace, minding my business. And peace can come in all kind of ways, guys, So remember that. Have a peaceful life. The next one I have is adventure. Exploring new things, places, and creating experiences. And that's why I'm so excited about approaching retirement, because I have made so many plans. Now, some of these things are coming to life before I retire. And some of the things, places I want to go, some of the things that I want to do. And I hate because I waited so long in life to not be afraid to be adventurous. When I was younger, I had a lot of things I wanted to do, but I wanted somebody to always go with me. But as I got older, I've realized that sometimes people can't. So are you going to miss out on living life because people can't go with you? Or are you going to do the things that you want to do because you want to look back one day and say, man, I should have done that. Man, I wish I had traveled there. I wish I had taken that opportunity, that job or whatever, stepped out on faith. So TL said, I started back journaling. I used to write every day, but I got too busy. Now I'm getting back to what keeps me grounded. That's awesome. I'm a journaler. I'm an avid journaler. I have so many journals that I have written in and filled up. It seems like I'm buying one like twice a year now. But journaling is a really good way to put your thoughts down. It can calm you. It also, you can use it to make plans for things that you want to do. It's really, really good. And Cheryl said, self-care is experiencing adventure. That's creating and checking off the bucket list. Absolutely. Taking care of yourself is so, so, so important. And that was like my first one when I talked about health. Self-care is important. And I think that as we're getting older now, we're learning to prioritize that, because I think we were afraid to do that, or we felt like it was being selfish if we prioritize ourselves. Sometimes I have to tell my family or some of my friends that, I'm not doing nothing this weekend. I'm not making plans. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing this or that, because it's going to be a self-care weekend. Everybody deserves that. It's not just me. Everybody deserves that. When you prioritize yourself and take care of yourself. Because one thing for sure, you cannot be good for anyone if you're not taking care of yourself. And I've allowed life to beat me up at times when my health fell off because I wasn't taking good care of myself. And I can't be there now. I mean, life is precious as it is, but at this stage of my life, I'm trying to keep living. So it's really, really important. And TL said, that's true, Cheryl. So creating those experiences, whether it's a hobby, whether it's traveling, whether it's just chilling at home, cooking, if you love cooking, or just being in the moment in your own home, it don't really have to be. These are just things that I want to do. But whatever that is for you, that's what's important. And Beverly said, I'm making my well-being my top priority. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to age gracefully. That was my next one. And what I mean by that is because we let society tell us that aging is bad, that we have to keep doing these things to keep youth. It's not important to keep youth. It's important to keep health. Be healthy. So when I was afraid of things, I was afraid to let people see things like my gray hair and stuff like that. I got to a point where I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to fight this gray hair because it's coming. Because a lot of people ain't going to get here. And one day I'm going to get tired of putting rinses and dyes in my hair. So you're going to see it. And it's okay. So aging gracefully for me means accepting myself, but presenting myself in the best way possible and doing all those things to keep being healthy, but not denying that aging is happening because we're afraid to age. Women are afraid to age, and that's the truth. Lori says, yes, our generation certainly felt doing something for ourselves was being selfish. I turned 60 last and threw myself a birthday party for the first time. But my daughters had a party every year. Girl, I'm still looking to do that party for myself. I ain't done no party. I do celebrate myself every year, but I would love to give myself a party. Maybe I'll do it for my 65th. Maybe I'll do it for that one. Still got a few years, but maybe I'll do it for that. But that's awesome, Lori. That's awesome. Celebrate yourself and be proud of being 60. You know, it was a long time before I was afraid to just tell you guys that I was 60 because, you know, first of all, you start thinking that people are not going to follow you because, you know, people don't appreciate age, but I appreciate wisdom. The women that I follow a lot of women that are over 60 now on the channels, on this platform. And I appreciate every one of them. All of them give something different. From fitness, there's some that give me fitness, some give me wisdom, how to love myself, you know, how to age gracefully. I love that. I'm learning something from all of them. And through watching that, I was like, man, life ain't over. I can still live good. You know, it's nothing wrong with aging. And you guys are complimenting each other's comments. And Laura said last month she turned 60. Well, happy 60th. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club, girl. And Samira said, amen. And Cheryl said, girl, say that. True. And To Be True said, I love that too. Yes. So make sure you guys create your list of what you want. I think everybody in this chat is over 50. If I'm wrong, correct me, because it's okay if you're not, because I feel like even younger women, we can still learn from them. They can give us some things that help us to benefit our life, but we also can teach them some things as well. And the last one I had was practicing more self-love. Do you love yourself? What is loving yourself? What does that mean? I would like to hear that from you guys. What is self-love to you? And Cheryl said, age is beautiful. We have to teach young ladies that aging is a wonderful blessing. It really is. More women need to, you know, step out and do that and share with them, you know, how they can age and be proud of it and love it. Because you know what, when I think about it, I said, nobody, glasses are dirty. Nobody is desiring to leave here. Nobody is. Y'all not. I don't care what nobody say. If they ask you, do you want to be 60 or you want to be unalived? What they're going to say. So nobody is. You know, you may want to prolong it, but definitely we're not ready to leave here. Y'all forgive the glare on my glasses. They're dirty. I can see it in the camera. And Samira said, yeah, I need to create a list and not 50, but 27. Are you 27, Samira? Welcome if you are. I appreciate you being here. And To Be True said yes. What is self-love, guys? What is self-love to you all? One of the main things for me is taking care of myself. You know, it was a time in my life when I took care of everybody else. Now, it was important for me too, because they were my children, but I would neglect myself. And I wasn't like, you know, doing things like, you know, keeping my hair done or doing my nails or going to the doctor enough, because I was too busy saying, let me get all these other things, you know, other people taking care of, or even just taking time for myself so that I can have some moment of peace. Now, I know sometimes our lives do dictate that we go, because of part of my life, I was a single parent. And so it required me to run a lot because I had children I was taking care of. I had 3 of my own, and I raised my niece from like 13 to 18. My oldest sister's daughter, you know, my oldest sister, she died at 25. And one of her daughters stayed with my mother Well, both of them stayed with my mother, but the youngest one, my mother couldn't really handle. So she got, she had to come stay with me. And I had 4 children. And at one point, it was 4 teenagers in my house. Can you imagine? A boy and 3 girls. So it was a lot going on. So I fell by the wayside. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't doing the things that I, needed to do for me. And I looked up one day and I was just like, girl, you look a mess. And then I realized that, it's important for me to prioritize myself as well. So Cheryl said, loving myself is prioritizing what matters to me. Absolutely. Those things that are important to you. And it's okay and not feel guilty when you do that. Samira said, loving myself is doing things I enjoy or just resting. I never learned about it until I became a mom. It was like a whole new world. Oh my gosh. Yes, absolutely. Just resting is a priority. If you all have not followed this lady named Octavia Rahim, she is on Instagram. You can learn a lot about resting from her. So follow her. When I put the description box, because I got to do the whole description box over, I'm going to put a link to her. I'm going to put her IG account link in there. She teaches about resting, self-care, beautiful books. You will love it. TL said, loving myself is not betraying myself to please others. Ooh, girl, you said a whole mouthful. And that's true. We sometimes do more. We try to please others. And in doing that, we betray ourselves. We neglect ourselves. We go against things that we believe because we're trying to please other people. And that's wrong. Beverly said, self-care for me is taking care of myself physically, mentally, and spiritually. Absolutely. And To Be True said, so did I, and did the single parenting. Self-care is self-love. Absolutely. These single moms, y'all know it. Y'all know it was hard. Samira said, it was never a factor for me growing up. I started by raising my nephew at 16. And yes, thank you for the warm welcome. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Cheryl said, yes, honey, so many years I put everyone else before myself, and that hindered my health at that time. Now everyone asks me now, what are you doing today? You be going to, girl. I'm like, I be watching your stories, girl. You be doing it. And I'm proud of you. I'm so proud that you found your voice and, and you're living your life and you're taking care of yourself. Hey, Carol, there go my sis. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. I have 11 in the house now. Thank you all for coming in to Feel Good Friday. We are just on here having a chat about what women want over 50. We're talking about everything that we want as women over 50 and what's important to us. So if you want to share something, Carol, please jump in the chat. Lori says, self-love for me is accepting and honoring my true self-flaws and all. You better say it. For so long, Lori, I felt guilty about a lot of things because things I messed up on. And, and people want to remind you if you messed up on some things. They want to keep you caught up in that guilt, right? And one day I said to myself, I am releasing this because it never was my intentions to make any mistakes. Sometimes it just happens. You make bad choices or you just fall in the wrong direction and things happen. And sometimes you do it more than once. Sometimes you repeat them. And people will remind you, you used to do da, 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 or you messed up on this, that, and the other. And, you carry that, you drag that with you year after year after year. And one day I said, you know what? I'm giving it up. I don't live there anymore. I changed my life. I did some things or made some mistakes. And a lot of my mistakes weren't things like crazy. But one thing I always tell people, you can read a lot of books about parenting. Child, every kid is different. And you're going to have to do something different with all of them. And one going to be feeling like you're doing enough for this person and you're not doing enough for them and that and the other. And it's going to always be something, or it's going to be one that's going to be a little bit more challenging. I won't take back anything I've done, but I found it challenging, especially raising a son. I found it challenging without the father being present. And you know, I felt a lot of guilt toward that, but not anymore, because I did the best that I can. So whatever flaws I had, anything that I messed up on in the past, that is now put to rest, because I know my God forgave me and I forgave myself, and I'm a better person. And guess what? One thing about flaws is, or mistakes, learn from them. Learn from them. And Cheryl said, yes, love Octavia Rahim. Pause, rest, and be still. Absolutely. And Cheryl got me a shirt that says that. I've worn it before. Yes. So you guys make sure you check it out. I'm going to make sure I put that in the description box. Carl said, we become angry with ourselves, giving so much to others. Yes, you do. You do. 12 in the house. Thank you for tuning in. We do become angry with ourselves when we do it, when we could just say no. No is a complete sentence. Saying no is not wrong. So learn how to do that when it's taking too much from you and you know that you don't have it in you. Or sometimes it's not even about having it. Sometimes it's about not wanting to, because you have a choice. You don't have to do everything that everyone asks you to do. Thank you for 13. Make sure you thumbs up coming in. I appreciate that. And Carl said, like the video, beautiful people. Thank you, Carl. Thank you for asking everyone to thumbs up and like this video. Help me to get this video out. I think more women need to talk about these things. And you guys are thanking each other. Let me get down these comments real quick. Always something, sis. And Cheryl said, exactly, sis. So proud of you, bestie. No more guilt. You did your best, and that's all that's required. Absolutely. No guilt at all. And Carol said, yes, saying no is okay. It definitely is. And I implore all of you all to learn how to say no when it's something that you don't feel you want to do. Sometimes it is, you know, you're tired and you don't have to feel like you got to always agree or always go do something that somebody asks you to do if it's something you absolutely don't want to do. And I was that girl. I was always being the wing girl for a lot of my friends, knowing that I didn't want to do certain things, but I was always doing that. And then I'm mad at myself for doing it. That's backwards, ain't it? That is so backwards. Cheryl said, exactly, sis. So proud of you. Okay, these comments, I don't know what's going on with them, but I've already read that one. So yes, practicing more self-love. And self-love for me is, you know, being okay with people being mad at me when I decide that I want to do things that don't include them. You know, sometimes people feel that they have to be included in everything, every choice that you have, everything you want to, every place you want to go. And sometimes I don't want that, you know, and I have learned how to just say, hey, you know, they'll get over it. If they love you, they will. If somebody does not get, if they get upset with you because you make a choice about your life, and they walk away from you because of that, was that really love? Was that really a friend? Ask yourself that question. So yeah, prioritizing yourself, putting yourself first is okay. It is okay. And not feeling guilty about it. Taking care of yourself, giving to yourself. I used to even feel guilty, ladies, when I wasn't a big shopper, never been a real big shopper. It's been times in my life when I did shop, but I've never been like a real crazy over the top shopper. But I used to feel guilty when I would go out and buy myself something. I work hard every day. Why can't I buy myself something? And I come home and I sit there, I'm like, man, and about that, feeling bad, like I done something wrong. Coming from my money that I work hard for. But that was just the programming of my mind, because all I had done was give and take care of other people. So when I decide that I want to do something for myself, I felt bad about it. So that's why now every year, my best friend and I, we take a girls trip. If I have to put that money to the side, save it up so that I can have this girl trip, I'm taking it. I'm taking it because I feel like that's showing love to myself. That's doing something for me. And Cheryl says, that's a tough one. And I finally am there at this time in my 60s. Absolutely. Carol said, yes, Cheryl, so proud of our beautiful sis. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. And TL said, when I go back to visit family or friends, I try to show up as myself, as I am now. But some want to keep us as you were in the past. Oh, God, your mistakes, but never the good you've done. But they're stuck, not me. Absolutely. I could not have said that any better than what she just said it. Some people want to always try to remind you of something from your past. They do. You know, I've been married twice, you guys. I don't know if some of y'all don't know this, but some of you all do. I have people try to guilt me on that because I have had, who are you? You've had 2 failed divorces. And if I allow that, I feel bad about that. You know, people make mistakes. People make bad choices. And it is what it is. I was young when I got married the first time. Did not realize the person that I was marrying. I loved him with all my heart. But as I've gotten older, you know what, I realized that a lot of that was not love, because I really didn't understand what love was. I was never taught love. So I didn't know what it was. I just had a big crush, a strong desire. He was fine, all those things. And I know I wanted a husband. And so I married him, and that man took me down through some stuff. Okay. And I learned from that. But a lot of people want to hold that over my head because of that mistake. Like, we all ain't made mistakes in life, but you know what? I don't live in the past. I don't live through that anymore. So even if you bring up my past or things I've done in the past, I don't feel no guilt on that because I am so happy with who I am today. And that's all that really matters. Carol said, yes, that bad feeling ain't no joke. It isn't. It isn't. And Cheryl's responding to TL. Girl, say that again. Carol said, okay, sis, me too. I was in that lust. Absolutely. You young. You meet this fine guy. I'm going to tell y'all, my first husband, sure could tell you, he looked like Idris Elba. And I was just smitten. You hear me? And it didn't matter what he did. That man was not good to me. Okay. But I just could not let him go. I did 11 years in that relationship, but I didn't know. I didn't know, but I learned. And that's what's important. And Carol said, not love. Okay, speak. So Beverly said, I've never been married, and people have something to say about that. Oh, God, come on, Beverly. But it doesn't faze me at all. I'm happy in my singleness. You know what? And that's all right, sis. Because looking back on my life, and I don't regret anything, but singleness would have been okay. Because you know why? I am in my singleness now. And when you say this offends men when you say I'm happy in my singleness. I don't know why, but it will offend a man when you tell them you're happy. And the thing about it, it's not putting down a man or saying there's not good men. My girlfriend, my bestie, I think she has an amazing husband. He's wonderful. So it's not all men. But when I say I'm happy in my singleness, I have gotten to a point in my life where I like my life. I like what I do. I like where I'm at. And it has nothing to do with a man. So you be happy in your singleness, Beverly. And my thing is, I don't know if you desire to have a husband or not. That's really totally up to you. It's your business. But if you desire to stay single for the rest of your life, it is okay too. Live your life. That's what self-love is all about. It's doing those things that you like, that prioritizing yourself. And if marriage is not on the table for you, it is okay. Absolutely okay. Let me see where I'm at. I ain't got behind on these comments, haven't I? Or have I not? Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. It's nothing wrong with that. And at this stage now, I get asked all the time, do I desire to get married again? And I know my girlfriend laughing at me right now. It's a lot of reasons, but I will say that I am setting my ways. I have like a little routine of things I enjoy doing. And I like my home a certain way. I like a lot of quietness, and and I don't know if I could share my space, and I don't know. And my thing is, I'm not going to force it because society tells me I'm supposed to have a husband. I'm not going to force it. If I desire to stay single, then that's okay. Because there's a lot of things that I want to do. There's a lot of things that I want to experience in life. And when you have a marriage and relationship, you got to have somebody that you can, compromise and have these common things. And you respect each other and you can do those things. And sometimes it's not possible. So, I don't think about it. I actually don't even think about it, to be honest. As Cheryl said again, your happiness is self-care and self-love. Absolutely. TL said, I think men think if you're happy being single, that means you don't need them. Probably. And sometimes I have men come through on my page when I'm talking about that. I think I have a couple of videos out there that I talk about. What was the one I talked about? The do's and don'ts of dating. It's an old video, but that video got, oh my gosh, probably about 10,000 views now or more. And when I tell you the men be going at me, they be coming at me. But it wasn't even discrediting men. It was just telling women who have not dated in a while, be careful of certain things, like when you go out on a first date, you got to be careful, because especially if you haven't dated in a while, you got to watch out for a few things. But I'm telling you, these men be like thinking you trying to put them down. And lovely Samira said, I'm in this situation now, raising a son without a father and co-parenting my daughter with a narc father. Girl, we didn't even talk about the narcs. I understand about that too. I dated a narc, so I understand. So praying for you, sister. I hope that everything works out. And I know how hard that can be. Been there, done that. I totally understand. Being a single mom is really hard, especially when you're raising a boy, because you want to give them everything. And we can't teach them how to be a man. We can just show them the love and teach them how to be respectful. And my son is a very respectful. He's kind of has my heart. And I worry about him sometimes because I feel like women will try to take advantage of that, but you just do the best you can. And that's all. You just pray that the things that you teach them, they will carry into the world. And TL said, I don't really need, but I may want some companionship minus the drama. I understand that. And that's true. And sometimes, it happens when you're not looking. It's not like you're out here looking for a companion. You might just meet that person, and that's okay too. She said, don't do My best friend is crazy. She said, don't do it. Be happy, sis. Y'all, I'm about to cry over here. She is Y'all give me a moment. She is a nut, okay? Beverly said, I don't have a desire to be married at this time in my life. And it's okay, Beverly. Be okay with that. Be okay with you. It's okay if you don't decide you want to get married. And I'm not telling you not to, because marriage is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing when you're sharing it with the right person. It's beautiful. But if you're not ready, hey, ain't nobody judging you. You are fine. And even if we were, it ain't none of our business, right? And To Be True said, absolutely. And it said, likely, yep. Okay. And y'all laughing. Cheryl ain't got no sense, y'all. But yes, do you be happy, whatever that looks like. That's what self-care and prioritizing you is all about. Whatever that is, whatever that may look like. I date. I absolutely date. But that doesn't mean that I want to get married, because I do enjoy company of men. I do like being in the company of a male and going out and conversation. And, I'm a debater, and we talk about things and we have a really good, intelligent conversation. I love that. I absolutely love that. But that doesn't mean that I want to bring you home. That doesn't mean that I'm trying to walk down no aisles or any of that. That means you're going to your house at the end of the date and I'm going to mine. And that's what it is. And no shame in that. And, it is what it is. And, I love my life. And that's my life right now. And I have all these plans. I'm going to, I almost told y'all where I was going. I'm going on an international trip in January. And I'm going to have an amazing time. I'm praying that everything goes well, that, we can travel at that time. And, we don't know what's going to be happening after this election, but I'm praying that I can travel at that time, and that my plans, because everything's paid for. Everything is paid for. The resort, the plane, everything. And I'm gonna share that with you guys. But I am excited about this particular trip. This is one that I've been wanting to do for quite a while. So it's gonna be great. And To Be True said, I will date, but really getting set in my ways. So either way, Right. No shame. Absolutely. I mean, that's just something that happens as you get older. Even if you're married, you develop, your own little routines, and you get set in your ways. You got certain things that you do. That's just life. But I think when you're at a certain stage of life, when you start trying to bring those worlds together, it can be a struggle. So right now, I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm comfortable, you know, um, living alone. It took me a while to get here because when my youngest daughter left and went to college, I struggled for like 2 years. I did. I absolutely struggled. Cheryl said, it is beautiful to be married. It's okay to be with yourself. It gives you more opportunities to get closer to God. Absolutely. And my thing is, you learn a lot about yourself when you spend time alone. When you can absolutely get to the point where you can spend time alone. This is the truth and nothing but the truth. That's when you start loving yourself more because you are okay with yourself. You're not fearful of things. A lot of times I think people jump in relationships at this stage of life because they have the fear of being by themselves. A lot of people do. They think about, oh, I'm growing old, I'm going to be by myself. So they will jump in a relationship. They're afraid. It's not so much really a lot of times that they want to be in one. But when you learn that art of enjoying your own company, figuring out what you really like, you learn so much about yourself. You have to face everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the shameful things about yourself. I had a complex for a long time, about my body because I was body shamed as a teenager. And it took me, to mature to get to the point to where I'm like, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. And I'm going to be me. I'm going to wear what I want to wear. And my body may not be as curvaceous and, I'm not me bodying like a lot of women, but I like me. I absolutely like me. Like I said, internally, I'm more focused on that now than the external. Of course, I want to look good, but I'm more focused on how I'm feeling on the inside because that's going to be what really affects the outside. And to be true said, that is wonderful. Beverly said, that's true. Hello, Janice. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining us. Agree. Get to know self. Absolutely. And spending time with yourself is an absolute good way to get to know who you are. So what do we want over 50, ladies? Peace, self-love, freedom, to be able to be us, age gracefully. We want love. Some of us want love. Some of us want just friendships and companionship. Some of us wants to explore. We want to be happy. We want to prioritize our self-care. We want great friends, true friends, authenticity, realness. Those are some great things. And Janice is saying hello. Thank you for joining the chat. You guys, please make sure all of you that's in the chat tonight, make sure that you all thumbs up this video. I am so sorry the way it started. We got 2 minutes left in this live. Thank you all. I think I'm going to have one more, maybe two more, because I'm actually taking a vacation in October. So I may have two more. No, one more. No, you know what? I'm going to have one in September, and then I'm going to go live at my vacation. Y'all going to love that background. So I want to thank all of you ladies for coming in today. And to be true said, all good things. Cheryl says, yes, girl, it's a good feeling to finally love the skin God blessed you with after being bullied for being tiny as a teenager. Yeah, me and my girlfriend both, we were very tiny and we were bullied. Yeah, we bullied so much so that it carried into our adult life. And when you like that, you don't have confidence in yourself. You're self-conscious of everything. And, it was just a lot. But I've grown. I love me. I love me. And, I don't care if nobody else does. And Lori said, this was a great conversation tonight, ladies. Yeah, it was. Thank you all. Still have 12 here, but thank you all so much. I'm not going to call all of y'all because y'all, I can't do it. But I want to thank all of you all for being here tonight. Thank you for your contribution to the conversation. And I just want you to think about this and, start learning to love yourself if, wherever age you are. If you're not 50, 40, 30, 20, love yourself. Don't let nobody take that away from you. And remember to prioritize yourself and it's okay to take care of yourself. So thank you all for being here. And I look forward to seeing you all. If you all can join me on next month's Feel Good Friday. I'm going to try and make sure everything's going well. I think the rain has kind of slowed down now. It was coming down pretty good here. So I didn't lose my power. So I'm glad. So thank you all for being here tonight. And I will see you guys in the next live. And yeah, great conversation, lady. I appreciate you all for being here. And I will see you all soon. Okay. Bye.